Hi, good morning. Today is Christmas Eve, the 24th, a Tuesday. Finally got it right. I am sitting on my couch with my morning coffee. It's like 7:30. Yesterday I was working on finishing up last minute gifts. I lost today because I don't know, I got confused about thinking that we went up north on Friday because that's normally when we go, but it was on Saturday, and so like I had like one last day to finish gifts, if that makes sense. So because in my head I had one more day, and so yesterday when I got home I was just working on gifts and talking to my grandma, and Steve was texting me some. He was out with one of our friends. I played an hour of ITG. It was like the saddest ITG ever, just because like not only am I like physically kind of like slow, but like my it's just so obvious how slow my brain capacities are right now, and so like I was just always behind. I just like could not keep up, but I did an hour of exercise, so woo. Yeah, so probably like yesterday I spent a really good chunk of time, like towards the last like 7 hours, extremely miserable, because like again, so tired. So because yeah, I spent a lot of the day very miserable because I was tired but not sleepy. I can't sleep anyway until 1:15, but like I was so tired yesterday, just exhausted, and I did not sleep very well yesterday, which the doctor said is generally expected, like that in life, if you have better sleep one night, you have worse sleep another night. Like it's like in cycles of 2 usually. And so I had 2 okay nights and then I had a bad night. But it's like there's no room even for good nights with only 5 hours and 45 minutes in bed, So I'm really feeling it. Like I'm feeling like I can already tell that my average is not going to be low enough to add 15 minutes to my bedtime, so I'm going to have the same bedtime next week, and like I have to finish all of the like last minute things for my big project that I have to do, and it's going to be really hard when I can't think or focus. But anyway, happy Christmas Eve. Steve and I are going to go. Well, I don't know. Normally, we used to go to my mom's earlier in the morning to open like family gifts, and then like my mom's side would come over, like my grandma, my aunt, my cousin. I guess that's it. And then after they came over for lunch, we'd open gifts and then have a break. And then in the evening, we'd have more family. It's just like doing a little like family kind of thing. But this year, my mom didn't say anything about coming over early, so I guess maybe we'll just open our gifts at the same time. Steve and I are gonna pick up my grandma on the way, and that'll be good. She lives kind of on the way-ish from to my mom's house. My mom lives about like 40 miles away from here, so it's like, without picking my grandma, it's like 40 minutes, so we'll probably leave here at like 11:45, and then yeah, we'll just spend all day there. And then my sister texted saying that she is like their whole family's been sick, and her husband had been okay, but this morning he's not feeling well, and the baby, the toddler, is not still like feverish and sick. So she asked if they should come to Christmas, and I said, if you don't feel like, only if you guys start feeling better. Like, I feel like this was like this last year too, where she like had to force the family had to force themselves to come, even though they weren't feeling very well. And like, if you can't come, you can't come. So I feel like it's gonna be a low-key Christmas this year. Yeah, pretty low-key. I'm gonna keep drinking my coffee. I put whipped cream on it today because it's Christmas. And I'm gonna finish working on some of my last-minute projects. And I still haven't edited or uploaded my stuff from yesterday. I was like focusing on knitting my last-minute projects, but I was just like too mentally tired to even record talking about that yesterday. Like I spent like, so after ITG I showered and I spent like a good hour, maybe 45 minutes of just like not able to get dressed and just staring. Like I had a very low moment yesterday, but I kind of came out of it a little bit later, like just in terms of not being low but still being like completely unable to process or think about anything. Like everything was very overwhelming. I hope that that does not happen today, at least during family time, like that I can hold it together, but we'll see. So yeah, sorry, I don't know, I haven't edited my videos yet, so I don't even know like what footage I have from yesterday. Like I have a feeling like yesterday, the 23rd, will be very, very short. The day before that though, I have a decent amount of footage and I still have to edit that. Hopefully I can get it edited and try to upload it before we go. So yeah, I will check in when we are on the road. Bye. Alright, so I'm binding off on my mom's shawl. And of course, on the very last row, I run out of every single yarn I have except for black and teal. And I've not used teal at all or black at all. So I'm not going to bind off using either of these colors, even though they're pretty, and I just forgot about this. So I run out of yarn, and I have plenty of the row left. And there's a technique that I'm not sure if you know about. It's going to be messy because of eyelash yarn, where you just take the stitch that you were slipping, you slip it off without knitting it, and then you yarn over. This is really hard to do with my camera. And then you yarn over. And then you slip. Yarn over, slip. Yarn over. And you just do that all the way across. The only challenge when you get to the end is just making sure that you can secure it down, because otherwise at the end you'll just have like a little loop, so you have to make sure you can get that down, otherwise the whole thing will come undone. But I have a lot of this left, and I'm not going to have the edging be just a random weird color that has not been in the shawl the entire time. And so this is a strategy that I know exists in life, but I figured it out myself when I had taught students how to knit with looms, because they would often knit way too tight by the end and not have enough yarn. Like they would cut the yarn before coming to me, and so this was my solution because it helped to loosen up their yarn at the very end. And also I'm not an expert at weaving with looms, so or not weaving with looms. Did I say weaving? Loom knitting. I'm not an expert at loom knitting. I like understand how to do the loom knitting, but I don't really understand some of the finer points that make their lives easier. So yeah, I'm going to keep doing this for the rest of the way, and then I'm going to block it, or at least, and not even necessarily like block it, just like wash it, because it's the yarn for this was gotten during Maton's shop hop, and it was obviously there for a while, as I assume most eyelash yarn is, because it's not as popular. So it just needs to be cleaned. One thing that's actually pretty decent about eyelash yarn is, like, even if you mess up, you can, as long as you can find the thread that the lashes are attached to, you can pretty well figure it out, even if you drop a stitch. Like, it can be annoying to look for, but because they're all sticky, they're not really going anywhere mostly once they fall off. They're just, like, hard to individually see. I'm really liking how I combined the colors towards the end here. I didn't even, like, think about using multiple, like, I was just like, no, I'll do stripes. But I really like the way the colors have melded together when I was holding two different colors. That's really nice. That's something to think about for next time. This is the first project I've ever actually knit with eyelash yarn. Looking for my N just there. Old habits. Or habits. Definitely not an old habit. So I've been sitting here working on this and just watching different Vlogmases. And then we've got a few hours before we head out to pick up my grandma. Alright, so I washed the shawl in Wool Wash and rinsed it and washed it and rinsed it and washed it, and then rolled it up in a towel, and then decided I wanted to try to fluff it in the dryer. Some online answers say that you can put eyelash yarn in the dryer, and some say not, so fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. I'm only going to leave it in just a few minutes, and then we'll see what it looks like. Take your bets on whether it fell apart or whether it's great.
Is that Amber's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Merry Christmas!
Hi. Hi. Hi, Kaden.
Grab it.
Are we putting it in
Grab
our
it.
right or left?
We're gonna do this. Yeah, ready? Other hand,
Okay,
pull
you decide
hard.
this one. Put
So this hand right
that's
there,
right, Mom.
and then this hand right here. Like this?
Yeah.
Gonna pull both at the same time.
Which one is which?
Yours
Your
is
Your
one.
right hand is the one you get.
Okay,
Okay.
ready?
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, go.
I got it done. Caden.
Mine's gone.
You lost
Ooh,
it.
I love it!
This time,
Here, oh, this is Clyde's.
Ah, thanks, dude.
Here you go.
Mine's a puzzle.
Where did mine go?
I didn't get it.
I heard some didn't
I had 2 M pieces and then Caden was handling them.
No.
Somebody went down the steps.
I got what went down.
I thought I heard something go back here. Oh, yeah, there's one. I see it, Leah.
Did it really fly with?
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, sorry. You're gonna go. You're not gonna go eat. Look at. Oh no! I wasn't ready.
Mom doesn't like it.
I wasn't ready. Is that all the plates now?
Does you pinch your fingers?
Like in general?
No, just like that. Like, does it clip your fingers? Yep, sure does. Yep.
Bye.
Honorary first cat, maiden voyage.
Man, boys, let's go.
I love it.
Not. Oh!
Sound effects I wasn't even expecting.
Oh my god.
That is awesome.
That is really
Very
awesome.
good.
I know. Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom. Will you hit the lights?
Turn the lights off for just a sec.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice.
And it makes the one up noise. Or the big noise.
Yeah.
What is that?
Look at the cat.
What is that?
What is that? Ooh, looks like it's. It looks like Lego cars. Ooh, Lego cars. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
When I'm coming in hot behind you, kid.
Yeah. Yeah, plenty of room.
We're gonna get. That's a scary spot to be. Oh! Right behind you, Caden.
Yes.
Oh! That's
Don't, Clyde, they just want to. They're just bringing stuff to the car.
Step out to the car.
This is a floor. Oh, there's his floor. Let's see if he can get it. Oh! Oh! I'll keep getting these floors. Oh, here's the one. Oh, that's a 4. That's lucky. You're right.
part of it.
Still everybody's ball game. You're up.
It gave me an
So, Mom, what do you think of the show?
Oh, I really like it. This is exactly what I want.
Good.
I mean, the laugh like it's good too. But look at this. I mean, like even this, like it just reminds me of, I don't know, like an alpaca or something. Like, these are the colors that I imagined, but I really like how you put this in there too. It just reminds me of an animal, but not in an inhumane way.
Yeah, for sure. About 10 o'clock at night. We have just left my parents' house and are driving back home. It is like a 40-minute drive. It is it's 35 degrees. It feels like, no joke, like downright balmy outside. And it's foggy because the temperature is so confused and like everything's dripping and the snow is melting. It's so weird. But we had a long day. It was a good day, but a long day with my family. And I'm gonna wrap up this Vlogmas. We're gonna have a bonus like conclusion video tomorrow because I can't remember if Vlogmas is